Hello everyone, let's go on to learn the mathematical knowledge about integral. Today, let's learn the integral multiplication and its applications. Let's learn some concepts and math rules. The first part is operation properties of power. First, multiplication of the same base power. The base is same. The multiplication of the same power. Multiply the powers of the same base, keep the base, and add the exponent. It can be expressed the m's power of a times the n's powers of a equals the base is a and the exponent is the sum of m and n. M and n, of course, are positive integers. Second, power of the power. The power of the power. The base is the same. The exponents are multiplied. The formula is expressed as the m's power of a to n's power equals the base is a and the exponent is m times n. Of course, m and n are positive integers. For example, the third powers of 2 and 2 fourth power. It equals 2 is the base and the exponent is 3 times 4 equals 12. First, multiplication of the same power. The second, powers of power. Okay, the power of the product. The power of the product is equals multiply each factor of the product separately and multiplying the resulting power by, for example, the base is a times b times c, the exponent is n, equals the n's power of a times the n's power of b times the n's power of c. Of course, n is a positive integral. The second part, integral product rules. Let's learn the rule. Multiply a monomial by monomial. Multiply the coefficient and the power of the same base respectively as the factor of the product. Only a monomial contains letters and exponents as a factor of the product. For example, here, the fourth power of a times the square of b times the negative 8 times the third powers of b equals here the 1 times 8. The coefficient is negative 8, and here a, the fourth of a here, and b, the squares of b, and the compute of b is 2 plus 3. Here is 5. The second part, multiply a monomial by a polynomial. A monomial are multiplied by each term in the polynomial and the resulting product is added. That is m times the sum of a and b and c equals m times a plus m times b plus m times c, where m is a monomial and sum of a and b and c is a polynomial. The third part, multiply polynomial by polynomial. Okay, multiply each monomial in one polynomial by each monomial and in another polynomial separately and then add the product. That is the sum of n and an times the sum of m and b equals ma plus mb plus na plus nb. A polynomial, and 1 by 1 is the polynomial by polynomial multiply. Let's go on. Multiplication formula. Oh, square variance formula. The sum of, this is a basic but very, very important formula. The multiplication formula, the first square variance formula. The sum of two numbers multiplied by the difference of the numbers is equal to the square of difference of two numbers. That is the sum of a and b times the minus of a and b equals the square of a minus the square of b. And for example, let's learn the square of a square of times minus a b plus a b and minus the square of b. Of course, here is 0. So we can express the sum of a and b times the minus of a and b equals the square of a minus the square of b. Here is the famous square variance formula. They're very important and very useful. Second, let's go on. The perfect square formula. The square of sum or difference, and here is minus is okay, of two numbers is the equal of the sum of squares of the two numbers plus, of course, minus the product of the two numbers, namely the sum here, the sum of a and b and square equals the square of a plus 2ab plus the square of b. Of course, here, if here is the minus, here is minus. This formula is the famous perfect square formula. Here, let's try. Of course, the square of sum of a and b here, a, the square of a, plus the square of a times b, and plus ba, of course, equal ab, and the square of b here, ab plus ab, of course, is 2ab. So, we call it, this formula is the perfect square formula. And the square variance formula, for perfect square formula is very useful in our operation. Of course, there are some famous formula, and the first and the second is the most useful and the most famous. The third, three perfect square formula. The square of the sum of a and b and c and equals the square of a plus the square of b plus square of c and plus 2ab plus 2abc and plus 2ac. My friends, you can have a try yourself. The product of a and b and c plus a and b and c. 1 by 1 to have a try. It, of course, is the three perfect square formula. The first formula, the sum of x and a times the sum of x and b equals the square of a plus the sum of a and b times x and plus ab. You know, here x times x, the square of x, x times b, x times a, and ab. Of course, ax plus abx equals the sum of a and b times x here. There's some formula give rest. You can have a try and have if you have interest of it. If you have any question, please feel free to send me a private message.
Let's go! My